You have a long background in radio.
Yes.
What made you want to get into radio in the first place? And like, how old were you?
Well, when I was in high school, I worked at Peaches Records, which was the best job ever. If I could blink my eyes and go back in time, I would love to be back at Peaches Records, where I got free records. It was the best thing. And I'm talking the round things with holes in it. There were records then. Then it became CDs. So I've always loved music. So that kind of sucked me in. And when I was at Peaches Records, this is the genesis of my whole career, was at the end of the shift at night, I would get on the loudspeaker and I'd say, "Attention, Peaches shoppers, please bring your final purchases to the counter." And so my coworkers would say, "Oh, you have a really great voice. You should be in radio." I'm like, "What?" Because when I was in college, which I never finished, I'm a huge college failure, I thought, okay, I'm going to be a journalist. I'm going to be a newspaper writer because I love to write too. And then that never happened. I got sucked into radio. And then from Peaches Records, then I started doing a radio show on this community station in Miami. It was called, seriously, WDNA was the call letters of this radio station. And it was a community volunteer station. So there was a bunch of weird misfits like me. And I would come in with my little Peach Creative Records. And I did a jazz show because that was the only slot that was open. They go, we're going to have a jazz show here. Do you want to do that? Knowing nothing about jazz, but I worked at the record store. Sure, I'll do a jazz show. So I learned a lot about jazz. I played all kinds of weird music. And then it kind of grew from there.